I think it's entirely positive that we can say, let's look at the wording of this. We might have some qualms about whether we need to reword it, avoid unintended consequences. That's fine. But I think the noble Lord McKinley made the right point. This is a very important and a moral debate. And it's one which actually more and more people in the country are frustrated that Parliament is not having. So it's very positive that we are. I wanted to just emphasise two things, really, which is that the emphasis that often happens is that we are considering what would happen if we deport people to countries that we deem to be unsafe. What will happen to their safety? Whereas actually, the key question is, what about the safety of British citizens who actually get forgotten in that whole discussion? So we end up with this ridiculous situation where we're saying, oh, I'm really worried about this person who has committed a serious sex crime, that if they're returned to their country, they might actually be thrown into some terribly unsafe prison. They might be beaten up or killed for the fact that they're a sex criminal. You have that conversation, oh, we've got to save them, rather than the victims of that particular person. So that's why people get frustrated about the topsy-turvy nature of it. The second thing is that until we actually legislate on this, then the British public could rightly say that the government has no control over a decision that it wants to make, which is to deport foreign nationals who commit crimes in this country, and that's entirely appropriate, even if we work out the wording so that it's proportionate. And the final thing is, we're about to start the sentencing bill, something I'm very interested in. The plight of the state of prisons is incredibly depressing at the moment. In fact, if you're going to talk about unsafe, I don't know that going in prison is that safe for anyone as it goes. But anyway, they're overcrowded. There's real serious problems in our prison system. It seems absolutely unexplainable that we would have people in that prison system, both taking spaces that we just haven't got, who we should by right say do not deserve to be in this country because they broke the social contract. They were given an opportunity to be here. Sometimes if they're illegal, that's different. But if they are given right to remain, and then they either murder, rape, or steal, or whatever from their fellow citizens, they have broken the basis on which we trusted them to stay. And that's reasonable. I think the noble Lord Debden made a point. This is not an extreme position. This is a normal, commonsensical position, which everything I've heard from the government, they agree with. But if they agree with it, then they need to legislate accordingly, which is what these amendments try and do.